What is stressing you out?
Biggie, I don't even know. Big brother, this house is hard. Big brother, your house is hard.
I'm sorry that I haven't been as gentle and patient with you as I usually would be. I don't know, man. I've been irritated this week. Everything's irritating me. I don't find this clown shit funny. It's not my style.
If you notice that throughout this week, Bella and Sheggz have been having multiple fights from one fight to another, and I have my reservations about that relationship, which I might just hint on. But my opinions might not really count in this, but I'll just share my own thoughts about their relationship. But I'm going to reveal what she said to Big Brother in the diary room today.
Big brother, this house is hard. Big brother, your house is hard. It's hard. I feel like.
Now, she had a diary session with Big Brother, and she looked all stressed up, all drained, and Big Brother asked her what she was going through, and she said a lot of things. They are not able to eat. Big Brother took their cutleries. Aside that, she's been having fights, regular fights with her boyfriend Sheggz, and according to her, she feels like one of them will do the breaking up very soon, because they've even had times where they said, I don't want again, and they still come back to settle, and she feels like everything is just stressing her out in the house.
And I've been having issues with Sheggz as well. Maybe that we have been disagreeing a lot. I don't know. Maybe we're not compatible. I don't even know. You know, when they say love is not enough, I think in this situation, love is not even enough. I don't even know if I'm making sense. I don't know, brother.
And what is even bad for this situation is that she quarrels with Sheggz and she has no other place to go to. Like, they are just there with themselves. Honestly, I can understand if she says she's drained, and even me watching from my TV, seeing them have their multiple problems, I am drained myself. And I tweeted recently asking, is this how normal people in relationships have issues, like on a regular basis? And that was a sincere question, because honestly, I've not been in relationship for like how many years, but I'm like, okay, if I need to go into a relationship, is this how I would have to deal with my partner on a regular basis? Like, we would have fights and fights and fights and fights. And I'm like, it's crazy. Now, someone mentions that it might be because of the situation they find themselves. No escape route. I mean, if you're in the outside world, if you guys quarrel, you can decide to go out for a while or go meet with your friends and maybe just catch that vibe again and find a way to settle things. But then I have a different opinion, because I feel like their issues are too much, and honestly, Bella has a problem that she needs to work on. Everybody has a problem that they need to work on. But I feel like Sheggz in the relationship is manipulative. He gaslights her. He's more controlling. And I'm saying these things because that's what I've noticed. And you might not agree with me, especially if you are in their ship. If you believe in their ship, you might not agree with me, but which is calm and which is fine. But then I feel like that's the dynamics of the relationship. And Bella started saying that this relationship would not work with the way things are going. And I believe that the reason why she's still staying put is because she's in the house with him. I believe when they come out of the house, the dynamics will change. I mean, if she says I'm done, she's really done, and maybe Sheggz will be the one trying to beg her into the relationship. We'll find out what's happening, but she's actually really drained, and she really begged Big Brother, because they had already earlier paid for a date night, about 600 pocket naira. So she was telling Big Brother that she wants to really have that date night, and she wants it very private. I mean, with Sheggz, though the whole world will be watching, but she does not want housemates around. She just wants her and Sheggz, because they've been having issues this week, and she feels like that will compensate for all the issues they've been having this week. Well, that relationship, like I've said, I don't see it working outside. But then, guys, you've been watching the show as well. You've been seeing how they've been having their issues front and back, and it seems like it's not going to end anytime soon. In fact, the last issue I saw them having, that was like yesterday when they were eating, and Sheggz said something about Bella hitting Rachel, and Bella instantly reacted like, I don't hate her.
Stop reacting like this because you're on TV. Just say, I don't hate her, I actually like her. But that reaction is rubbish. But that's the same reaction that I've said I have a problem with. An hour ago, I told you I have a problem with this reaction, and you're still reacting like that. Can you not change? As if she was sharing me, like I don't get it.
I will not fight, please. I don't want to fight anymore. Why are you always ready to fight me?
I have to be ready because you can't be replying me like that, like you will never run.
She raised her voice a bit, and Sheggz just went off on her that, why would you raise your voice on me? This is something we've quarreled about. You are not supposed to raise your voice on me. And I'm like, okay, if you say something that is really bad, because if you say she hates her, you are painting a narrative. And if you know this show, when you paint a narrative about someone, most likely people online that don't even watch the show would run with that narrative. And she's like, don't paint that picture of me that I hate her. I don't hate her. And Sheggz was like, no, you are not supposed to shout on me. Well, but you said something that was wrong, and you can't determine how I would react to you. So, well, looking at their relationship, I see a lot of that happening, and I don't think it might work in the long run. But then, I might be wrong. I might be wrong anyway. When they come out of the house, things might change. Let's see how that works out. But I'd like to hear from you. What do you think about that relationship in general? Also, Daniella revealed it was quite sober for her today. I mean, she had issues with some of the housemates yesterday after the attacks or during the attacks, where I think some of them said whether she told them to keep quiet or something like that, and it felt like she was talking to babies or children. And she had issues with Rachel and some other girls, and she has just been in her feelings since yesterday. And I mean, when you're in your feelings, most times you get to reflect on so many things. She shared with Big Brother in a diary room section that she had to reflect on so many things. She felt bad about some of the decisions she has made in the house, and one of those decisions was how she moved with Dotun. She feels like at this point in time, the way she's moving more than just a friend, and she didn't set boundaries.
I had a relationship going with Khalid before he left, and presently there is something as well that is starting to stir up as well between I and Dotun. So I just feel my regret right now is I feel like I shouldn't have let my relationship with Dotun become something that is questionable.
I mean, she was trying to tell us that she has done some stuff with Dotun. I don't know if they've had sex, but they've done stuff. And we outside, we've seen that she had done something with Khalid in the house. And that's what makes it a problem for a lot of people. Even though I feel like if you're going to drag Daniella, you should drag Dotun as well. But, I mean, you're the one that is in let's say, in a relationship. You're the one that should be committed, right? So, I mean, that's why she's having all the drags. When it was a guy, when it was Groovy and Beauty, even though I didn't see them in a relationship, people dragged Groovy for, like, trying to get to know Beauty before she left the house, and he just immediately switched to Finn and maybe even Chumsy at some point in time. But then, I mean, that's why so many people are dragging Daniella, and I think she's now thinking back on everything, and she sees that she has made some mistake. Anyways, Big Brother advised her not to bank on those mistakes, that she should move forward. And I mean, we are human beings, we make mistakes. So personally, I don't feel anybody should blame her, or I don't even blame her. I mean, I feel like I had like a chat with Khalid on one of my TV shows, and he mentioned how he would not take offense if she does anything, because the house can put you in a situation where you start doing things that you don't want to do. And it's understandable. I mean, you just need someone to, even if not couple up with, you just need someone to be vulnerable with. And I feel like Dotun is the next person after Khalid. So let's just cut her some slack. So yeah, that's what happened at the diary section. Tell me what you think about these two situations, and I'll be responding to your comments. Peace out.